I think the pilgrimage taught me a lot about compassion by putting myself out there and just really connecting with the elders, learning about all their stories, and just allowing myself to immerse.
I learned how much more generous I could be within my life by going to these communities. They really welcomed us onto their land and into all their practices and traditions, and even their meals. We shared many traditional meals with the elders, and it really made me think about how much more generous I can be in my life.
The most surprising thing I learnt about myself was that I'm actually able to put myself out there with people I've never met before, people from entirely different states, different religions, different ethnicities. Also the importance that Indigenous Australians have with their connection to the land and families, and that we must, respect that sort of thing and embrace it and take it into our everyday lives.
A big takeaway about pilgrimage for me about conscience and compassion was from a Catholic perspective. We hear a lot about seeing God in nature, and that was definitely clear in the Great Barrier Reef. It was just beautiful, all the coral and fish and everything. Listening isn't just about jumping straight in with good intentions and looking for something that you can do to help, but it's about first understanding the issue and what they want.
Well, I guess when it comes to reflecting the mission, I really feel like the trip does something special when it comes to building conscience. I watched a lot of students have conversations during that trip around what was right and wrong within their society, and by the end of the trip, and even during the conversations afterward, I felt like they were just thinking a little bit more critically about ways to not only value Indigenous knowledge, but to encourage others to do the same.
The pilgrimage program taught me about being a person of conscience by just setting a reality on how different cultures of the world live. As in Perth here, I live a very different lifestyle to how the Indigenous communities up in Cairns lived.
I think with knowledge about community service, I learnt that really there's a lot of people in every community who want to help you, especially with our service for fundraising in the lead up to the trip. I asked for 10-cent can donations, and I thought, maybe I'll get a few. But there were tons of people, and still even after the trip, people still coming to my house to bring them around.
I would 100% recommend the pilgrimage program to everyone at JTC because it can teach you so much about yourself and about the history of Australia. And I think that's really as important as Australians, just to know that little bit more about the people that we share this country with, and the history and the rich culture that so many people, we think we know about it, and it's just such an important part of where we are and the land we live on, and they have this rich connection, and it's so important to learn more about that.